Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another experiment on Football Manager 22, where today we're going to take a look at the fastest player to ever exist in Football Manager. Now what we've done is we've created a player, a winger to be precise, as that's generically kind of some of the paciest players, and we've basically just given him some really high-end stats. Now we've given, basically he's got really beastly legs. Before we jump into it any further though, make sure you leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss out on more stuff like this. But with that, let's get started. So he's got 20, he's called Nur Ali because that's a generic Malaysian name apparently. I put him in Malaysia because why not? Malaysia. And also he's got 20 acceleration, 20 pace, but he's also got 20 natural fitness, 20 jumping reach, and 20 stamina. So hopefully he can just keep running really quickly throughout the whole game. Now he was kind of given random other attributes. So he is left-footed on the right-hand side, so he'll be cutting in rather than getting to the byline necessarily. And his technicals are all very, very average at best. Currently playing for Penang in Malaysia because I like their logo, but that's pretty much it. That's kind of who he is. A Malaysian player, 16 years old, right midfielder. So it'd be interesting to see kind of how his career goes, if his pace can like take him to new heights, or if he's kind of limited because of his technical and mental attributes, if he's being 16 years old kind of affects anything, and we'll just see how things develop. So let's jump ahead and take a look at him in a few years time. Okay, so to start with, we've only gone a year on, and he's 17 now, made 4 appearances for Malaysia already, and scored a goal as well. So it has to have caused some sort of influence on his career. Now can play a bit further forward rather than just a right midfielder. He can now play right wing as well, naturally along with that. And you can also see that he's played 22 games for the side in the Super League in Malaysia, scoring 3 times, getting 2 assists, having a decent average rating as well. So it looks like they've done pretty well. Looking at Penang themselves, how did they get on in the league last year? It looks like they did pretty well. Not fantastic though. If we just go and actually, so Johor won it again, which isn't really a surprise. They're going to win it all the time. But Penang finished 4th, so they were fighting for European spots, that's for sure. Let's go back to Nur Ali though, as that's who we're focusing on. So yeah, he's got a pay rise as well, up to £200 as well as that. So with that, let's jump ahead again and see if he does move away from Malaysia or if he stays there for a few more years. Okay, so we're another year on, and he has finally moved on. From Penang in Malaysia, he's now at Nantes in France. £2,300 a week he's getting paid, which is decent. Still looking very pacey. Has actually dropped pace a little bit, down to 19 acceleration and pace. Still playing on that right-hand side. 5 caps now for Malaysia, so increased by 1 there. But otherwise, it doesn't look like he's done too much. He's moved to him for 55,000, so not a lot of money. So to be fair, not much of a risk really for Nantes in Liga. He hasn't played for the first team yet, but played multiple times in the National 2 for the second team. 15 appearances, 2 goals, 2 assists, and the season we've just jumped past as well, 16 appearances for Penang in the Malaysian League. But he's still performing pretty well at the levels that he's being offered at. His technicals and mentals are still a lot to be decided, of course, but we're seeing improvements, and we're seeing a consistent performer in regards to goals and games. 53 appearances, 10 goals. That's not bad for a winger. But with that, let's jump ahead again and see if there is any further developments. Okay, so we've jumped quite a bit now. It's over 10 years. We've gone 13 years, I think 12 or 13 years ahead, just to kind of fly through things here. And we can see that his physical attributes have started to decline a little bit, but still looking very good. 31 years old, 106 caps for Malaysia now, and 39 goals. He's ever present for them. But we can see he has moved to Germany, Eintracht Frankfurt being the team. Borussia Mönchengladbach wants him. So there's that aspect of things where he looks like he's still wanted by clubs. He's obviously making some sort of impact. We can see mentally he's looking much improved. 11 anticipation, 12 composure, 11 decisions, and 12 vision, along with a couple of bits of leadership and off the ball. That's not bad. But of course, his physicals are still the things that kind of attract people to him. Looking at the transfers though, so we can see a free move to Hertha Berlin, followed his time at Nantes, where he didn't really get too much game time. Played a bit in the third division with the second team. Did manage to play for the St. Pauli in the Bundesliga 2 before a £2 million move to Mainz in the Bundesliga, which I'm surprised he even got because he obviously didn't do too much in these divisions. But that led to a £2.2 million move to Hoffenheim, where he did play a little bit more, 24 and 22 appearances, maybe starting to get a bit of form, not massively, a few more goals though, before a slower season where a £6 million move to Stuttgart came about. They almost paid £1 million an appearance for him before shipping him off to Eintracht Frankfurt for 1.8 million. So I don't think I think the pace is attracting teams, but maybe he's not quite performing how they'd hoped. And every team's hoping that he might perform for them a little better than he has done for the previous employers. But with that, let's jump ahead one more time, see how things carry on, and we'll go from there. Okay, then, here we are then. Finally, he's retired. He's 36 years old now. With 5 more years on, he ended up making 132 appearances and scoring 42 goals for Malaysia. So, quite the career there. Looks pretty decent working with youngsters. Not great at judging player ability, though. Has a National C licence. And we can take a look here and see that he moved on to Freiburg, then Astana, and then Slavia Prague in his career. It was a £1.6 million move to the Bundesliga before a move to Kazakhstan on loan, and then the Czech Republic, where he did maybe play a little bit better, but nothing really stand out. To be fair, I guess he didn't really drop in his pace. We can see he got promoted with St. Pauli when he was on loan, but otherwise nothing really there. Awards, Malaysia Best 11, Hoffenheim Best 11. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. I mean, there's the shortlisted for 2024 Asian Young Footballer of the Year. So he was notified that he could be a prospect. I guess the pace is a massive prospect thing, but never really materialised in the end. Hasn't got a job just yet. I don't know when he retired, but I'm sure it wasn't too long ago. Became the most expensive Malaysian player at 6 million. Oh, well, that's quite the role. I didn't quite know that, but there you go. Broke the record in the FA Cup for youngest player. Broke the Malaysian record fastest goal, scoring in 29 seconds against India. So, I mean, he was very crucial for Malaysia by the looks of things with his pace, which caused teams havoc. But with that, we will leave it there. I don't think you can say that it's all about pace on Football Manager like you can with FIFA. But we will leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you in the next one.